This is Two Blokes Talking Electric Cars with Trevor Long and Stephen Fennick. Thanks to NRMA Insurance and Uniden.
Great to have your company here on Two Blokes Talking Electric Cars. We are here to talk electric cars. It is what it says on the box. We do it thanks to Uniden smart dash cams. If you've got a car, you need a dash cam. Why not put a dash cam front and rear in your car? Because it'll keep you peace of mind. Whatever happens on the road around you, you've got a record of it. That's the great thing about a dash cam. They're award-winning Uniden, so they've got something for everyone in every price point. And, of course, NRMA Insurance, helping Australians protect what matters most for over 100 years and insuring a lot of electric cars too. So they know their stuff, and they're doing a lot of work on electric cars to understand the market and make sure their service centres are ready for them. They're putting in the effort when it comes to electric cars. Stephen, great to be with you, mate.
Good to be with you too,
Trev. And we have calls coming up we'll get to shortly, so stay on the line, Simon. Ian, just stay there, mate. We'll get to you.
They're on hold already, are they?
Do you think people think that's actually how it works?
I'd like to let them think that.
Okay, we'll let them think that.
Yeah.
Just stay on the line, callers. We'll get to you shortly.
We'll get to you soon.
But, Stephen, a few weeks ago we drove the MG S5 EV.
Yes.
This is a nice little mini SUV, but not too big. Not too big.
Would you call it mid-size?
I would call
SUV?
it mid-size, yeah,
Small
definitely.
to mid-size.
Yep.
Look, this is, I think, a really good, what I call a good bread and butter EV.
Right.
Because it's pretty basic. It's sort of more your affordable price range, but it's solid, drives really nicely, and it just delivers. It's got a really nice infotainment system, comfortable, spacious, and just ticks all the boxes. If you're looking at an EV that delivers on the range, on some great colours as well, you can get it in.
The red looks
MG,
stunning.
Yeah, they've got some really. This vehicle is really impressive.
What this made me, I'll say, my feeling in driving it was it didn't feel dynamic. It didn't feel like a driver's car, but it felt like a great A to B car and get around town car, which is exactly what this is. I'm sure of it.
Solid.
The thing that surprised me most is styling. MG have gone from, frankly, bland and boring.
Yeah.
You know, the MG ZS, the first EV they had,
the generation that was a petrol
car,
converted. Yeah.
You know, that was probably good at the time, but it didn't really have any flair. This thing has a really nice front end design. They've really gone to some trouble on this.
Yeah,
it's kind of like the MG4. That's a really sharp and good looking car.
Yeah, no, this has got a bit of a sleek look. A lot of people think it might look a little. It's like a Model 3 and a BYD had a baby.
Right.
It's got that sort of similar front,
Yeah.
the similar sort of narrow headlights.
We're talking about a car here, by the way, that it's priced from just on $40,000.
Yeah, so as I said, I reckon value all the way. Yeah, it's got 5-star and cap rating as well, which is really important. Has really nice fit and finish.
Yep.
The car I drove was white.
Yes.
Really, really nice colour.
Same me.
Yeah.
Me too.
And you know what?
The same car.
Did we have two of them? Do we have two models?
No.
Oh, it was the same one.
No,
of course you do
I
the
said
same
that
one.
to see if you noticed.
But you know what?
Saying.
I love the
Big
colours.
screen.
My choice of colour would be Piccadilly blue metallic.
No, red. The red is metallic as well, and
red
it's gorgeous.
is diamond red metallic.
Okay.
I'd love to have the job of naming the colours. I've always said that.
Yes.
So you reckon? So Dover white is what we drove.
Yeah.
Right. But you want to hear like the red diamond red
Yeah,
metallic.
The red looks stunning.
Not bad. No,
Looks really nice.
I reckon. MG have always done a nice blue. Have you noticed their blue colours?
Yeah, they're
really
very
nice.
They're a very bold blue.
And do you remember the was it the MG4, the sedan, the little hatchback, the orange one? Remember orange?
The bright blue and the orange in that stand out on the road.
But I think MGs, they've been in the game a little bit, right? They've sort of been one of those brands that have evolved nicely into EVs.
Yes.
And I think this is the result here. You can see right here is pretty nice.
Mate, this has great tech, big screen, driver screen as well, wireless charger right there in the centre console.
Cup holders within reach.
Big boot too. And a subfloor to the boot too that you can take out for your tools and stuff.
I think if this is a family looking to buy their first EV, I reckon this should be in consideration because it does punch above its weight in terms of, yes, it's affordable, but in terms of the styling, the performance, the range, I think it does very, very well.
Maximum AC charging rate of 6.6, but DC 150.
Yeah. So if you're on the road on a trip, you can charge in 20 minutes. You'll be up to 80% in 20 minutes.
What estimated driving range has it got? It's 400 and
Yeah, around 500, I think. Yeah.
Oh, it depends on the
Yeah.
model. It's 335 for the Essence
Yeah.
and 430 for the Excite.
Okay. Yeah.
So not quite the 500, but still
Yeah,
very
yeah.
nice. Enough. As I said, this is not a. It can absolutely do highway driving, but
Yeah.
this is a great little family
Yeah.
car.
A daily drive,
Yes.
I think it's a great get around car, this one.
This screams.
And even on a long trip, like 435 Ks, there's nothing to
Yeah,
sneeze at.
but
You
this
can get out there.
screams, family car,
Yep.
plug in every night, recharge just on trickle, happy days, and price-wise, they're smashing it.
Yeah, I reckon,
MG.
and they're very competitive. They're pretty aggressive with their pricing, very competitive. So, I think if you, I reckon they've got that market, sort of the similar sort of BYD sort of market where entry level but still quality.
Yeah. No, I think the thing that MG's done is they're able to support their business with some very affordable petrol cars, right?
Yeah.
They're still just pumping out.
Yeah.
And that's giving them volume in a big way. But these cars are giving them the future. It's
Absolutely,
like the Cyberster.
yeah.
That is a car that no one needs to buy.
Yeah.
But the fact that it exists plants
Yeah.
a flag in the ground for MG.
Absolutely right. And they've been there. They've been sort of on the EV journey, just like everyone else has. And I love how their vehicles are sort of switching over to having. There's more EVs in the range than ever before. And also too, they support a great club in South Sydney. They're the major sponsor of the mighty South Sydney Rabbitohs. Not our year this year, but you never know next year.
Jesus, Stephen. I'm going to have a look. EV sales August 2025, because it's been a while since we've kind of looked at what's been going on. Earlier last month, we're going back a couple of months, but it's just easier to find those numbers now. But Tesla Model Y still way up the top.
Yeah, right. Still, eh?
I'm looking at August, so that was 2,300 cars. BYD C-Line 7, 1,400 was number 2. Model 3, 600.
Wow.
C-Line 7
Beating
has
the Model 3
outsold the Model 3
in August.
No, August, July, June,
Wow.
May, April. It's only March was the last time. And that's probably before the C-Line 7 was actually robustly available.
Fully electric too, the
yes,
C-Line 7.
that's the fully electric one.
Wow. Impressive.
It's just such a big drop-off then to things like the Kia EV5, the Geely EX5, which we're driving at the time of recording. MG4 doing well at 100 sales. Year to date, though, doing very well.
Yeah.
But MG is now it's a top 4 EV brand because Tesla, BYD, Kia, and then MG.
Boom.
The numbers they're selling make them absolutely
worth a look if you're in the
worth a look.
market, and that's that'll be within your budget. Worth a look.
They're selling of the MG S5. They're selling 200 to 300 a month.
Wow,
that's good numbers.
Great. Yeah,
considering the that's half what the EV5 is doing. The EV5 is doing very well. EV3 is doing pretty well.
They got quite a range, haven't they, for different drivers?
Just quietly, the EQE SUV was doing very well too, like 160 cars sold.
I think that was a result of there's some pretty aggressive sales going on too.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
not many EV9s being sold. 23, 24 of those a month.
Yeah,
but I like it that way. Not sure Kia does, but I do.
Not many EQEs on that list either, mate.
No, just the SUV.
They're not making them anymore. The sedan, yeah.
EQE, they sold 9 in August, 32 in June, 34 in May.
Wow.
Run out.
A lot of people are doing very well.
Well, the Porsche Taycan, they're selling 10 to 30 of those a month. That's a very expensive car too.
Wow. Okay.
There you go. All right, let's kick on. And so, the MG S5. I forget. What's it called?
It's the MG
S5.
S5.
In red. Buy it in red, folks.
Blue.
But if you own one, we'd love to hear from you. What was the process? Which other cars did you consider? Yeah. And what did you love about it?
What tipped you over? Yeah.
Yeah. It's great to hear from EV owners because you're essentially selling to other potential EV buyers, as we've heard many, many times. The dealers, they're not doing the job.
They're not actually doing the full job.
They're not trying hard enough.
It's the word of mouth from other drivers that are sort of putting
cars.
people over the line.
All right, let's get on with the show and take your calls. You've done
the
something
bongos
to me, and I don't like it. I don't like what you've made me do.
It's rubbed off on you.
Yeah, it's rubbing off on me.
It's the music that makes you move, mate. We've got to move to it.
Yeah, okay. Thanks for your time. We'd love to hear from
people.
you.
Don't listen. They don't watch this show to watch us move. They will
They
listen to this show to hear from callers.
I'm thinking I need to invest in some visual stings so that we can cover all that
So
rubbish.
seeing less of us.
Yeah.
Oh, mate.
Basically.
Heads for radio.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, we don't need people don't need to see this.
Anyway,
if you want to get in touch, 0477 657 657. We'd love to hear from you. Simon's on the line. G'day, Simon.
How you going?
Mate, really, really good. You are an EV owner, EV6, I think you've got. Is that right?
Yeah, that's correct. I got a Kia EV6 GT line 3.5 years ago.
Nice,
Ooh,
great car, very
sounds
sporty
good.
car. But you live up in the mines. So how's it go? You're doing a lot of Ks?
Yeah, so I actually live up in Tannerfield, up in northern New South Wales.
Mm-hmm.
But I commute down to the Hunter Valley for
wow.
my job in the mines down there. So I've clocked up a few Ks. It's actually just booked in for its 135,000 service
Whoa.
on Friday.
So is there a name for what you do? It's not a FIFO, you're a Drivo. What happens there?
That's pretty. Yeah, that's
he's
pretty
not
well.
a FIFO, he's a Divo. Yeah.
That's right. Yeah. I drive down. I stay at the brother-in-law's place just outside, just not far away from where I work.
That's sweet.
So it's
Well, mate, 100 that many Ks,
Wow.
you are best
You'd
placed
have a lot to say.
to tell us about the Kia EV6 GT line. What do you love about it?
It's just a great driving car. It's what it says on the tin. It's a GT. It's a Grand Tourer. So it's just a very relaxing and easy drive up and down the highway. And if you know the New England highway, it's
Yes.
hilly and it's windy and it's it can be a bit of work. And the car I had before this was a Ford Fiesta.
Wow.
So
You've
it was
gone-
a bit of a transition.
change.
Yeah, so it's the seats are comfortable, the driving experience is great, so that's why I love it.
So when you first got this, was it an easy choice, or was there others on your list that could have been your car?
Yeah, there was a choice, but 3.5 years ago, the EV market here was pretty different. So the choice was limited because I had to have something that was going to have a reasonable range because we're talking a 500k drive.
Yeah, of course.
So, the more range I could get, the better. And basically, at the time, we were looking at a Tesla Model 3, the Ioniq 5. Which is obviously the same platform as this car.
Yeah.
And the Polestar 2 was the other option. And in the end, the Polestar 2 was just very cramped. That was a sort of first iteration of the Polestar.
True.
Yeah.
It was not an EV platform. It didn't feel like. Yeah.
No.
That's right, yeah. And the Ioniq 5, I just didn't like the design of it. I know some people love it and some people, not so much. And I just thought this was a better looking car.
Yeah.
Although I never got to see it until I went to the dealer and picked it up. So it's,
Isn't that a funny thing?
So you drive a lot. So I'm assuming as a Dido, drive in and drive out, you're going to have a charge. Is there charging stations where you work?
no, not at work, but I plug in when I'm down here. I plug in at the my brother-in-law's, so I've just got the granny charger for down here. But also there in the Woolies car park in town, there's a level 2 charger there.
I'm
so I bring.
much more fascinated by that New England highway drive. That's a lot of kilometres you're doing on a regular basis. I used to do that drive to go up to Walker to see my mum. I would always just try and essentially get to Tamworth and suck the juice out of the Tesla superchargers there. What's your regular go-to on the drive?
Yeah, well, that's pretty well it. When I started, the Tesla supercharger in Tamworth wasn't available. It wasn't open access.
Correct, yeah.
So I was relying on the NRMA Tritium chargers at Scone.
There's only one of them.
Tamworth and Armidale. Well, there's one at Scone, there's one at Tamworth, and there's one at Armidale.
But
and one at
literally
Glendinis.
one in every spot.
one
Someone
spot.
else turns up, you're in trouble.
Have they increased that?
Well,
now
that's
since
right.
then?
Well, the tritium chargers themselves weren't particularly reliable. So not only did you have to shuffle the fact that you might have to wait, but they might not be, working. So I always had a fallback plan. Like if I can charge here, I'll charge at the next one.
Yeah.
And really, that worked okay. I just had to think about it. But now the situation has transformed. The Tamworth supercharger opened access 18 months ago. They've put one in at Armorel now. And also there's another choice in Tamworth, the EV networks set up for cam power chargers there, which are fantastic. So it's a no-brainer now. I'll drive down either way and pull in and just do a 10-minute top-up, 10 to 15 minutes top-up in Tamworth at usually the cam power chargers, the EV chargers now.
Yeah, right.
Fantastic.
So it's just a lot easier.
That many Ks. Stephen's favourite question is what do you not love about the car? What's your feedback to Kia, or what are you looking for in the next car that you've learnt from having that car for so long and doing so many Ks?
I think probably the main thing, the car has the experience of the car is great. So it's a great car, but the Kia experience itself, particularly in the early days, was not good. I loved the car, hated the Kia experience. And that was really based around the dealers weren't aware of what was going on, and Kia wouldn't give us any information. The only way we could get information about the car and what was going to work on it and what wasn't was through Facebook groups. And you had Gary Buck on the other day, and he was talking about the Kavoka group, which has been really good information resource. I think since then, the secret is finding a good dealer. And I do have a couple of good dealers I get serviced at now and get some information from. But early on, no information at all. And because the cars, this was one of the very first cars in the country, the dealer it came to was actually a demonstration car, and they said, do you want it? And I said, yeah, I'll take it straight away. So then I was like, on your own. Yeah, pretty well. But, since then, and my advice to people is if you find a good dealer that's going to look after you, go to them.
Yeah, for sure.
Not the first time we've heard that about dealers, and in particular Kia. So
it's a problem.
They've got some work to do by the sounds of it.
Yeah, I think, if they find some hero dealers that are willing to go the hard yards and are interested in the cars, then they're the people to talk to. I did have a major breakdown with the ICCU unit in this car, and that is a bit of an issue, a known problem particularly with these earlier EV6s and even some of the EV9s. So, I got flatbedded to the nearest dealer who put one in. Actually, I was quite lucky because they had some units in the country. It took 2 weeks. I drove it for 2 days and then it did it again. So I actually had to. I got as far as down here at work, and John here at Upper Hunter Ford Upper Hunter Kia looked after me. But it was over Christmas, and it was a whole drama really.
Yeah, wow.
So that was all covered under warranty? That was all warranty? And they looked after you?
Oh, correct. It was under warranty. The car was effectively off the road for 6 weeks or so over Christmas. But there have been some, horror stories of people being off the road for 3 or 4 months because they couldn't get the parts, depending on the dealer. So that was probably the one, sort of black spot in the experience. But overall, a few niggles, which you'd expect with particularly a new model. But again, go to the right dealer, they'll help you out.
Yeah. Can I ask about, a few months back, we talked about tyre wear. Are you finding you drive so many Ks so often? How many times do you change the tyres in that period?
Okay, actually, I've had a good experience with tyres. So the original ones, those Contis that they put on them, I got 70,000 Ks out of them. And I've got Michelin's on it now. And so what are we up to? nearly 70,000 now, and they'll probably get another 10,000 of them.
Okay.
So I think.
Not too bad.
Oh no, very happy with that. I mean, there's been people scrubbing tyres out after 20,000 Ks on some cars.
Yep.
I'm not sure how much of that is driving style. I do, like I'm highway driving, so I'm not putting the foot down too much, just up and down. But I think there's a bit of information coming out. It's, just because it's a new car doesn't mean to say the alignment's going to be good. So you can see.
I've
had that experience.
Yeah, we agree.
Yep.
Yeah, and I was, I owned a Land Rover Discovery many years ago, and that scrubbed tyres out all the time, and that was all due to wheel alignments and keeping the pressures up. So, the recommended pressures, I think, are, say, 36, 37 PSI, but there's a bit of evidence out there now if you keep them up over 40.
Yeah, at 10%. Yep.
Yeah, it'll do a lot better. So that's my experience. It's like I'll probably get 80,000 Ks out of this set, and I'll get another one soon.
And mate, how long are you going to hold on to the EV6 for?
Probably till it dies.
Yeah.
I had thought of swapping it over after 2 or 3 years. When at the beginning, but now having driven it, it still feels like a new car.
Yeah, that's what you want.
The range does not seem to have dropped, so I understand there's a little bit of a buffer in the batteries, and it's probably chewed through the buffer, but I've actually noticed no real noticeable drop in range over that time.
Yeah,
great.
So from that point of view, I'm not too worried about it. I'm probably happy to keep it until there's a step change in car technology, so solid-state batteries come out or something that will make a real difference to go out and change the car.
Makes sense.
I'll probably keep this one and maybe park it up eventually and use it for vehicle to grid or something.
Yeah, maybe. That's a great option for it, mate.
Yeah.
You've got a plan. Well, mate, I don't think we've ever had a Divo on before, especially an electric one. Yeah. Just quickly, in the mines, are you unique in owning an electric car?
No, not at all. I probably was I think I was the second person at my site to get an EV. There was another Tesla. It was a Tesla Model 3 there as well about the same time. But really, there's quite a lot there. I mean, not heaps, but there's a smattering of BMWs and quite a few BYDs right through. There's the Sea Lion and some seals, and there's a Shark turned up. I think the attraction is the leasing option that the mine, or particularly my mine site, offers. So you can go and lease a car, and obviously you get that good tax deduction on the EV. So I think that's probably the bigger driver for co-workers in going and getting one.
Yeah.
Because they can, knock a bit off the tax,
Nice.
which is always good.
That's what you want.
Always handy. Always handy.
Not a bad thing to do, mate. Well, awesome to hear from you, mate. Great you putting many Ks on the car. Enjoy the New England. I assume you got time for some great music and some great podcasts there, mate. So hopefully we can keep you partly entertained on that drive as you drive over.
That's exactly right. Same as at work as well. I drive the trucks at work too, so I get to listen to all that.
Plenty of time.
You driving the big tipper trucks, like proper mine trucks that we're talking about?
The big rigs.
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah.
Wow.
You've seen those
Is that
things?
the one with the
size
tyres?
of a house.
The size is like the size of a
Bloke's
single-story
driving
house.
a house around for a job. Hey, have you seen that? Have you seen the one that's in the mines? I think in Western Australia, it's got a Fortescue battery, and it's like there's an electric one.
Wow.
Yeah, that's correct. And we actually have similar models to that on our site, although they're obviously diesel powered, but they have an electric powertrain in them.
They have like a 4-megawatt charger or something.
Wow.
That's wild.
Yeah, so Fortescue's taken the same truck and ripped out the diesel engine and shoved in obviously a big battery to drive the powertrain. So the challenge for them obviously is you need to keep these trucks running all the time to make them economic. So how do you charge a battery that size without holding the truck up for ages?
Of course.
30 minutes they reckon they're doing. 30-minute charge, and it's like some ridiculous megawatt charger they've got. Anyway, it's fascinating technology. We can talk about it another day. Mate, great to hear from you, Simon. Good on you, mate.
Yeah, no worries. Thanks, guys.
Awesome. Great to chat to you, mate. There you go. What a divo. Who knew? Have we created a new term?
Well, it's Dido. Drive in, drive out. Dido. Yeah. Fly in, fly out's a FIFO.
Dido. Okay.
Dido and a FIFO. So we got a Dido. Yeah.
I'm worried that stands for something else, but anyway. Great to hear from you, and we'd love to hear from you as well. If you want to talk electric cars, we're here to talk with you. Just when you get in the zone, I like to put the camera straight on you.
Absolutely, yeah, you'd love to do that.
You do these ones, you like.
You love to do that.
You do this, you're in the zone, and then you do something. It's just great to.
Oh yeah, mate.
Great to see you
getting
into
the passion. There's the passion.
Passion. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like there's a bit of dust coming down. Anyway,
what?
I don't know.
What? It's snowing in the
snowing in the Two Blokes studio.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
But anyway, speaking of nothing to do with what we're about to speak about, 0477 657 657 is the number to call. Text. Don't call because it just won't go anywhere.
It's
Text.
Trev's number.
WhatsApp.
He doesn't want you to disturb.
Not my number.
Yeah.
It's not my number. I had to do a video in recent weeks on the mobile phone because our other job as tech guys.
Yes.
And I was doing this thing about eSIM conversion, and I'm like, this is excellent. This is really good education, but this is going to take me hours to edit out my phone number because you can't not have your phone number in the whole process. So,
no.
Anyway, some narc will freeze frame it and go, you missed a frame, and they'll ring me.
Oh, damn.
Has happened before. But anyway, not now. 0477 657 657 is the number to text or WhatsApp. In fact, someone that did WhatsApp us is Ian, and he's on the line. G'day, Ian.
Yeah, good day, Trevor, Stephen.
How you doing, mate?
Really good, mate. Really good. You sound like you're in a alleyway or something. I hope you're okay.
No, I'm just indoors on my earphones. That's all.
That sounds better. Yeah. Well, you had some advice for Stephen. You heard us talking about Stephen getting rid of his heap of rubbish. I mean, his end of lease.
my EQE 350, which I love.
What are you driving, Ian?
Well, I'm at the moment I drive an EQB, a 2024 model, and when I was looking at that, I was looking at the electric option, but essentially it was just the same car with an electric motor in it and batteries, which really compromises the EV effect.
Yes.
But
transmission tunnel, all those crazy things.
Yeah. So and there just wasn't the range of cars available then. And of course, we've got a welter of them now. But then a couple of days ago, I saw some reports on the new GLC, and they're calling it the GLC with EQ technology because Mercedes are changing their nomenclature for their EVs. They found the EQ business was confusing people.
Right. So they're going to go away from EQC, EQB, EQA, and all this stuff, and they're just going to
add an E in the end.
Add an E.
No, actually, they're going to call them GLC or GLA or whatever with EQ technology.
Oh,
so
okay.
that's what they're going to call them because some of their E's will also have plug-in hybrids. EQ technology will be the EV. And I was having a look at this on. There's a guy who does EV reviews. Yeah, Nick O'Leary in the UK.
He sent me the link to this. Yeah.
And it looks great.
Yeah, it does. It's got that big light-up grill.
Yeah. Was it you sent me that link?
I must. I think I did. I do remember seeing it. Ian, what I mean, what are people saying about it? Is it actually available? Are people reviewing it already overseas? Because obviously overseas.
They've just unveiled it. Yeah, they've only allowed to look at it, haven't driven it yet.
Right.
Yeah. I've watched a couple of videos myself. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks really great, and the hyper screen, which they've got right across inside, is continuous. It's not like little
three screens together.
iPads.
It's one continuous display. Yeah.
That is
I've seen
wild.
a few of those videos. So are you looking at this for yourself too, apart from myself, maybe as my next car?
Well, I'll be looking at that in 2027 when the finance of my current car is gone. So by that time, we'll have an idea of what the pricing will be here. But some of the specs on it: 570 litre boot space, 1740 with it down. It'll tow 2.4 tonne. It's got underfloor storage in the back, and it's got, for a Mercedes, 120 litre frunk.
Oh,
yes, I know. Yeah, I've seen the frunk on that one. Yeah.
That's a learning.
That's bigger than the Tesla frunk.
And they're quoting it on a 94 kilowatt hour battery being able to do 435 miles, or in our language, 696 kilometres.
Wow.
It's pretty good. No, it's their new battery. Haven't they got a new battery technology or new this is the whole architecture is same with the CLA. The CLA's got the same.
Yeah, because I saw I think it might have been Berlin Airport. There was a huge
I saw that.
electric billboard.
I watched that.
You watched the whole billboard go around. It talked about like 700k range.
Yes, which is next level.
They're also quoted on one of the sites, vehicle to grid and vehicle to home.
Wow.
That'd be worthwhile if you didn't get that.
You're talking me into it more by a minute, mate.
Look, when Trevor was saying to you, have a look at the Macan, I went back and looked at some of the reviews because it's available locally.
Yes.
And it's, you just... The interiors of the Porsche are just something to die for. But, they're a smaller car, and when you want to throw your golf buggy, and, I like the idea of your Bluetooth thing on your golf cart there.
Yeah.
When you want to throw that in the back of
my remote
like a CLA will be too small for you.
The CLA
I agree,
will
mate.
be too small.
The CLA, I'd like because I'm coming out of an EQE, right, which is basically an E-class size car, right? It's a bigger car.
Yes.
So I was looking at something, still a sedan, but the choices in the sedans, the CLA and a small. But Mercedes, like a lot of other brands, are moving SUV style car is still going to be probably the main choice. I think it might be my first SUV that I buy.
Yeah.
Well, like you, I prefer a car for the driving, but when we had a GLC prior to the GLB, and it was just good on the road anyway. And this one also comes with this cloud communications, which basically will communicate with other Mercedes and tell you if there's a pothole around the corner or something, and will adjust the suspension in your car to make it easy to go around.
That sounds
cool.
Unbelievable.
That's
whether it works out here or not.
That's what Mercedes would do,
The only downside of them, which is in my car, is that a lot of these services, subscription services, and I just did a check on mine, and they all expire in 2027, and it cost me like $1,500 to renew them.
So what are you subscribing to then? What have you got on your car?
Well, the car came with everything bar the security package and the in-car video, and the in-car video is not a webcam, not a in-car camera system not dash cam like Uniden. It just gives you limited functionality. So I really didn't want that, but the rest of it I've got.
The stuff that you got as part of the car you bought has an expiry on it, and to continue using those features, you're going to end up paying $1,500 to renew them. It's kind of like when Samsung say, Galaxy AI is free for the first 2 years.
Free till 2026.
There's still no talk of what it's going to cost and if they're actually going to charge for it, but it could be an extra cost for people that own those phones, and this will be the case. And Mercedes,
if you decide to hang on to the car,
BMW have done the same thing too. There's a conversation going on there.
Yeah.
Basically, we're going to end up with cars that we lease and then we have subscriptions to, and it's
inside,
like, oh man,
I know everything's a subscription. And you know what? Tesla kicked it off too. I remember Elon Musk talking about autopilot and self-drive being a subscription service as well.
Yeah.
And no, I knew Mercedes had it, but I remember all the stuff in my car is either current or I haven't renewed the subscription because I didn't particularly want that feature. So I haven't had to pay out. I've had my car for 2 and a bit years now. Haven't had to pay anything extra. But I know. It's annoying. You pay for the car. The car should be yours and it should work.
Exactly. But what's also fascinating here is Ian's on the phone here and he's giving you advice on your next car and your next EV. Ian doesn't own an EV. He owns a Mercedes though.
Yeah.
And you wrote something in your text message which I think is hilarious, which applies to both you, Ian, and Stephen. Yep. He said, as they say in the army, time spent on reconnaissance is seldom wasted. Ian, very wise man.
That's
true, mate. You got to do your homework. That's right. And do your homework.
Except in my wife's opinion, who says I spend too much time on reconnaissance. So I'm always researching, looking at these things.
Isn't the answer there that we got married, love? So that paid off.
Yeah, that's right. She was. You did the reconnaissance and you end up marrying her, mate. So there should be a compliment.
I'll go back with that one too and see what she says about that. But I'm always getting it's either her or it's passed down through DNA to my granddaughters, who are always busting my chops over the amount of research I do. So, but they come to me for the answers, though.
Can confirm that attitude stuff is generic. It's genetic. It's absolutely passed down through the DNA, but we don't want to get into that right now.
Yeah, mate.
Ian, very good advice, mate. We'll keep that on Stephen's radar.
Thank you for pointing that out to me.
Yeah, we appreciate you throwing that one in the ring for Stephen's hip pocket to pay for.
Yeah, just quietly.
Anytime. Keep up the good work, guys.
Cheers, buddy. Mate. Thank you, mate. Cheers. Good to hear from you.
Yeah, just quietly, I'm thinking that's going to be around 150, that car, around 1 to 1. So in the same
I think you should keep, as you get older, you should keep spending more and more on cars.
Yeah, right.
I'm living vicariously through you in that sense. Although there was another message, I apologise to whoever sent it that I don't have it with me. Someone said you should look at the Polestar 5.
Is that the one they've just released?
Yes.
Yeah, it's like 200 grand. It's like... It's upwards of like 180. But
look at it, Stephen. It's like a GT
I know, and it's
car.
$200,000.
Yeah, but it looks amazing.
I wholeheartedly agree. But if for $200K, I can get a really good Mercedes.
$200K, you get
less than that. Yeah, that's right. I can buy a unit. I can buy an investment property for that much. So,
it's a gorgeous looking thing, though. Although,
not bad.
Without digging into the weeds on it now, there was also some talk about Polestar not doing well.
Right.
Like some concerns about them actually
it's like
not lasting.
You know what?
Which is weird because they're a current parent brand. It's a very strange thing.
Yeah, well, it's kind of like they're trying to compete in the same ballpark as, Mercedes and BMW and those premium brands. And it's like in our tech podcast where we talk about Samsung and Apple and these other brands trying to compete at that level as well.
Yeah, and this was Paul Marrick, who I respect and know very well, a car expert.
What, he rated this car, did he?
No, he was talking about Polestar may not exist soon.
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
This was a story a few weeks ago, but and again, this is just their report, their words.
Yeah.
That the grim signs for the company. There are also new concerns about how it's going as a going concern. There are in their financial statements. It says uncertainty related to the execution of management's liquidity and funding plan indicates the existence of material uncertainty that may cast significant doubt upon Polestar's ability to continue as a going concern.
Yeah, sure. I'll buy the Polestar 5.
I mean, that's not good.
That's not encouring.
But I find that fascinating.
If Ian was doing his reconnaissance, mate, that'd be a red flag for him.
Yeah, well, he's the kind of person that's reading the warranty as well, it sounds like.
Oh, yeah.
Reconnaissance is rarely wasted. Very, very wise.
Amazing.
All right, great to have your company, folks, and we love hearing from you. We love talking to you about electric cars, and we do it each and every week here on Two Blokes Talking Electric Cars. Stephen, let's do it again next week.
Let's do it again.
Shall
I'll
we?
be here. I'll be here. I'll decide to come along.
All right.